Seriously, contact. If you want to get up at any point, don't be afraid. This is your space. We want you to fill it. Make sure you use it properly. All right, Tom.
The Black Sound series was a concept created by Fallacy at the Contact Theatre, and he came through to represent the music that black people have put forward and represent it in a different manner, because obviously there's a whole heap of youth culture and underground music which happens in Manchester, and just trying to give it a home and represent it in a cultural manner rather than just a rave. Kaleidoscope got involved with the project through like many different conversations with myself and Fallacy, aka Danny, and we were just basically throwing ideas back and forth from each other about how we could use them in a different way to like having them in a club setting, and we thought about trying to create something culturally enriching.
We were asked to be part of the project back in May. I think Dave had started talking to Danny, Fallacy, about this project, and I think it originally involved some sort of African ensemble, and then from there over time it just developed and developed and then became what it is now.
Kaleidoscope, unlike a regular classically trained orchestra, they don't just try and put their spin on it, they fully delve themselves into the music and try and recreate the actual essence of what is garage.
For me it's all about sort of crossing over the genres of music and trying to bring people into different settings, and when I knew that that was going to be possible through this project, I really sort of jumped to it.
The lineup is amazing. You've got people like Elisabeth Troy who bring like absolutely legendary status into the event straight away.
Initial thoughts were wow. You know, it's not every day that you get to work with an orchestra, playing your original songs. So yeah, I was really excited.
People like Flowdan, who obviously comes a little bit further into the whole like black dance movement, where you're talking about Grime off the back of Garage, and he's a legend in that. That brings a lot of weight.
Worked with a live band before, but I've never done nothing like this. Meaning, because like when I worked with a live band before, it was like a 4-piece, so there was more of us than them.
Then you've got Fox, who's obviously Mancunian, flies the flag for Manchester, where the event is.
Well, I like music, I like live music. It's not a no-brainer really, innit? You get a chance to work with orchestra, and what I'm gonna say no.
And Chunky, who's gonna bring like a very strong local sense of what happens in the scene here to proceedings.
It's just sick to see, do you know what I mean? And especially like in Manchester, like the home turf.
Yeah, I suppose if I was gonna summarise this event, there's no way to really do it succinctly, but I would say that it's brave, it's powerful, it's original, and it's the Black Sound series really, and I think this year's Black Sound series, only BPM could have made it what it is. So for everybody that's going to come along, they're going to get a great show.
Today I've been rehearsing at the Z Art Centre for this amazing concert that's going to take place on Saturday down at Contact Theatre, rehearsing with the Kaleidoscope Orchestra. They've interpreted a bunch of my songs, which is predominantly dance and, housey, electronic music, interpreted it in an orchestral way, and it just sounds, amazing.
The rehearsals have gone quite well, to be honest. Usually something crops up especially with vocalists, it's sometimes, oh, that instrument's getting in the way of the vocal melody, or but so far it's been fine, and I always tell the players to just, you know, come out with any ideas, and if they think that something's written badly or if they think it could be better, then I always say just tell me. But so far they've been really successful, and I think it's going to be a great show.
Doing this event at the Contact Theatre, I feel like is quite a special thing. The Contact Theatre is quite a unique place in Manchester. It's a hub for youth culture. I mean, people get to be themselves here.
It's important that places like Contact Theatre get involved sort of more in electronic music and try and do some kind of merge with live music. It's a lovely setting, lovely space they've got in there, and the more people that we don't normally come to, like places like Contact, that can get involved and come here, obviously it's going to open it up.
Contact Theatre is like a space where parents feel safe sending their children or going with their children. You know, like my family's coming down, so like it's the first thing that my family, my auntie and my mum, they've gone, oh yeah, you know what I mean, we want to come to that show that you're doing.
Doing this event here is going to be quite monumental in a sense where hopefully bringing a lot of people through, introducing them to the Contact Theatre, and obviously the ones that come here will bring in a breath of fresh air into the Contact Theatre space as well. So I think it's going to be quite uplifting for the venue. Having this event here is going to be pretty special. Opening up tonight is Sibikwa African Indigenous Orchestra. Indigenous means they're playing instruments which is from the land and from nature. So they're going to be playing antelope horns, marimbas, and it's going to be obviously all about the beats, the drums and the rhythm. And obviously it's all like they use a lot of vocals, a lot of drums, and a lot of the dance element to it as well. So you're going to see the history and like the elements of what's been created black music as it is today.
You know, it's great that you've got an international group of artists who have come all the way from Africa to celebrate black history with us, you know, to celebrate black music in Britain, garage, grime, dubstep, and for them to feel like they can be a part of that, because the music that they make that's close to the heart and the rhythm of Africa is what lives in clubs in England, and it's not just African people or Afro-Caribbean people that are going to celebrate that with us as well. So that's very important. And for the Kaleidoscope Orchestra, which is a traditional British string orchestra, to come in and be a part of that, very, very important.
My name's Fox, and in the Black Sound series I'm a vocalist. The band has learned, the orchestra's learned a couple of my tracks, and they're going to play them, and it's a beautiful thing.
His involvement in this event is quite important because he brings an element of the Caribbean culture to the event. Obviously, he might spit on a UK funky track and make it sound like reggae, or might spit on a reggae track and make it sound like garage. Like, he has the element to sort of blur the lines and obviously fuse together different cultures, which I feel like would be important. And when we put him on the orchestra, it's going to sound amazing.
Tonight, I'm going to perform Harder, Never Been with Dub Physics, trying to think now, Skeng, which is a Chimpo track, and Fly Up Your Banner, which is a Z by SMJ Cole track I did a couple of years back. That's roughly it, really.
Say get to you, them a ball, no have a thing that's a all. Even fresh air and water. They no have no food for put on, no piece of yam or no can, no wonder many maga. Hey, politician just talking, but the words mean nada. Opportunity calling all them young youths to the corner, but dreams die young out here, son. Here we regardless your armor. Think it's fun, when it must be dumb. Say motherfuckers is drama, cause every day he's it's only getting, sing it. It's got me thinking so I'm moving. You got to fight.
We wanted to bring Flowdan through as somebody who has heritage in the UK music scene.
My initial reaction to this was like, oh, okay. You sure they've called the right person? Because like this is like, to be honest, my first solo PA. So like I was looking forward to doing my solo PA, like doing some new tracks that I've got for people. And then they said, no, hold on, we're going to be doing it with a live orchestra. It was like a curveball. I didn't expect it, but at the same time, I ain't ready for anything. And it should be good because it just gives it a different twist.
With Flowdan, it's quite similar to the tunes that Fox is doing. They're a lot less melodic and a lot more beat-based, which is fine for me on the drums. But it's a challenge to get classical musicians to sort of think like a metronome.
There's a lot of different pieces, a lot of detail. I'm actually kind of fascinated at the fact that they've been able to just listen to a CD of a track and pick it apart and decipher where and what's going to be done. And they've probably put instruments on the track that ain't originally in there, but they've just made it sound thick and good still. I like that still.
Most of them light, they tell poop pies wanna be like me, very unlikely. Can't none of them bomb bottles are ever like me, never really like me. So they like me, they go, they got them, but they like me. Rise up the skeng hand if you agree. None of them are better than the B-I-G-D-A-R-G-S, that's me. I get mad, I stop on the MC. One with them in, I love F3. So let me send them to the cemetery when I kill them with one. Send them to the cemetery. 2, stylish, ever deadly. 3, Doppy and Ghost MC. 4, ever bring more, I kill them with one. Send them to the cemetery. 2, stylish, ever deadly. 3, Doppy and Ghost MC. 4, ever bring more, I get the job done. Kill them with one, so them have a stun. Not just come, somebody better run, them guys better hide. But the other die into this I and I. But I and I dumb, everybody's not fly. Most of them lie, till poop pies wanna be like me, very unlikely. But of them bomb bottles are every like me, never really like me. So they like me, they go, they get them, but they like me. Rise up the skeng hand if you agree. None of them are better than the B-I-G-D-A-R-G-S, that's me. I get mad, I start on the MC. One below them and I love every. So let me send them to the cemetery. Yo, let me show you what I want when I'm here. Come to done the old dance when I'm here. Like in every area I'm shower when I'm here. Roll deep down, got the power when I'm here. Rap, you know you better run when I'm here. My crew make for your bun when I'm here. Yeah, when I'm a white, I'm a dan when I'm here. Medium big Flowdan when I'm here.
Elisabeth Troy, she's definitely a legend in her own right. She's not necessarily, say, a household name, but people will definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, know her tracks. She's been here for a very long time. Like I said, she's done tracks like with jungle producers, so she's been in the underground UK dance scene for like years.
The only other time I've worked with an orchestra before was doing a session for another band, but I've never had an orchestra playing my stuff, so this is a first for me.
The electronic music that she's helped be a part of have been tracks which have changed and shaped the sound of UK music as it is today.
I haven't spoken to any of the producers as yet and filled them in on exactly what I'm doing. However, I'm going to call B Traits a bit later. She's always one for something new, and Matt MJ Cole is going to be bowled over, I think, because he's from a classical background anyway.
She's such a strong vocalist and can write a hook which will like ring in your head for years. And obviously Fever is her latest track, which was produced by B Traits. Yeah, and that was like a summer anthem of 2012 already. So I mean, she's got more tracks coming as well. So she's gonna be here for a long time, and legendary status is about to bless the Contact stage. been amazing. The event was a complete success. It was a total sellout, and as you can hear from behind me, the after party is booming. I can't thank my team enough, I can't thank the people at Contact enough, and I can't thank the BPM family enough. Black Sound Series BPM 2012 was eventful, epic, as we wanted it. Look out for Black Sound Series 2013.